So anyway, I have been, there's an elephant in the room today in our gardening, and I want to talk about it. I'll probably do it more than once because I know that not everybody listens for 4 hours. I was heartbroken the first time I heard that. I thought, well, people are listening the whole time. I'm just kidding. But that elephant is called drought. And I had not really looked at the extent of the drought weather-wise. I was visiting some weather stations and getting the data and things. It was like, whoa. We've got areas that since the end of August, 1st of September, since then have not received a half inch of rain. Certainly an inch of rain. And listen, September is a summer month in this part of Texas. In fact, most of Texas. It's a summer month and it is hot. And for it to be that dry in October, it's been up there a little bit. That is really hard on plants. And it's especially, hard on trees. But our lawns are struggling. I've been kind of I don't water my lawn a lot. I kind of keep it just a little on the dry side. It really helps with a number of things, including diseases. But I was looking at my lawn going, man, what's wrong there? And, because I'm normal watering just wasn't cutting it. And I just realized, for crying out loud, Skip, it's hot. The lawn is still needing more water. And so whatever kind of plants you have, give them a good deep soaking, certainly for a lawn, but other things, roses, leaves turning yellow and dropping off. Crepe myrtles since, way back in September have been having leaves drop off and fall off the plant, and they're laying in your yard. And there are other things. The leaves are laying around in the yard right now, and it's just because of the drought. It could be a lot of things for any individual plant, but in general, that is what's happening to our plants, and they need a good deep soaking. Now, what's a good deep soaking? Typically an inch of water for lawns. 1 inch of water applied. You can use a rain gauge. You can use straight-sided cans to find out how long to have to run my system to put out an inch. But it's time to do that. It's time to make sure that happens. For other plants, it could be a little over an inch. Tree root systems are still primarily in the top foot of soil. So you don't have to water 3 feet deep for a tree. It's mostly in the top foot of soil. But you got to get it out there. Now, how do you know that you've wet the soil, let's say, 8 inches, 10 inches, a foot deep? How do you know how deep you've wet? Well, get a screwdriver and walk out in your yard and push it down. And if it's wet soil, it'll pretty easily go down through that soil. But if it feels like you hit a concrete sidewalk, 6 inches down or 4 inches down, that means that only the top 6 or 4 inches there is wet. Because when you hit dry soil, that screwdriver, it stops. And it would take a lot of effort to push it through. So use a screwdriver as your